Okay. Continuation of the first video, looking at AUDJPY. All right, so let's go to weekly. Like I said, we'll go weekly, daily for hour. For the weekly, looking the same as most of the AUD pairs. Okay, so we're gonna go a little bit quicker here. Downtrend, extreme high, looking at the level of friction, which would be here. So you can see it's already tested. Wick, support, resistance, resistance. All right, so we're going to mark that zone, that level. Like I said, extreme, not extreme, but we're going to go to psychological level of 77, 77, okay? So we'll tag that, tag it at 77 and be done. More like a 76.5. Okay, we'll go with 76.5 just because 77 we haven't quite hit yet recently, so 77.5 would be more accurate. All right, and then we'll look at the current movement downwards. All right, that's all we need. I mean, the lower level is already marked here at 70, so 7166. I'm actually gonna edit that to just 70. Okay, and look at that. That wick taps 70 perfectly. Okay, so this stuff works. All right. Daily, 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 daily. And look, like I said, this is the same wick, but look at that. Taps right into 70. Okay. Now it's not like the end all be all, like these don't tap exactly into it, but they definitely don't close above it. And then we blast through it, retest it, and then go on. So I mean the psychological levels, the 0 zeros and the 5 zeros. So what I mean by that, 0 0, so 71 00, 71 50, 70 00, 69 50, 69 68 50. So things like that. It's going to be different for each pair, but in general, um, we're looking at 5 zeros and 0 zeros. So for these, it's the first two after the decimal. For a pair like AUDCAD, it's going to be like 8500, 8800, 900, 9500. So levels like that, okay? Anyway, daily, AUDJPY, downtrend for the time being, but we found some support. It looks like significant support, okay? Right here, at 72, 72.5, call it 72.5. And what you can see, go ahead and look to the left. What do you see? I see support, I see resistance and resistance. All right. So let me drop a line and we'll talk about it. All right, look. Support, support, resistance, resistance of those. Okay, those are resisting to break through the top. Okay. Um, resistance, same thing, cannot bust through. And then we have support again. Support. This price is supported here. Support, 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 support. It's supporting the price. It cannot break through the price. It cannot break through the support. When it does, it takes a big ass candle. Resistance, okay? Support turned resistance. That's the whole premise of Forex, guys. And if you can spot that, the quicker you learn to spot that, the quicker you learn to trade off that, the more successful you're going to be. Okay. Let's go ahead and delete that. I don't need that. So we've found that level. Okay. It's relevant, but it's, not super relevant because the last time it touched, I mean, obviously it just touched, but, January, it was January. So I like looking at more recent stuff. Like that's going to be definitely a level, and obviously it still is because it tested, but I want it to come here. Doesn't mean it will. But before, I look for any buying action off this, I wanted to test this break. Okay. Because that's a pretty good support, pretty good resistance there. All right. So, you know, it's more recent for one. We have resistance, we have support, we have resistance. To be honest though, this one does look better as far as like how many touches and yada yada. But let's look a little deeper to the 4 hour. So I was in a trade last week. I actually closed it this morning. We tapped into this level here. We've rebounded to retest this overall structure, the head and shoulder structure, and then we've sunk down again. But we couldn't break the lower low. And this is a 4 hour chart, so that's plenty of time to break the lower low. Now, it hasn't lost its structure yet, but it's getting close. So I wanted to take my profits from last week and start again this week. Okay, I got a couple of trades running still, GA, AU, but I wanted to go ahead and close that out because I had, well, the thing is, I had AU, AJ, CATJ, and GA. All right, so the thing you see there is AUD, 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 and I was risking 1/4% on each trade, so that means I was 3/4% risk on AUD, which is never it's never a great thing. You don't want to overexpose yourself to one currency pair. Anyway, let's have a deeper look here. So what we're seeing is definite rejection twice off of 72.5 area. But like I said, structure hasn't broken. We have high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Not quite a lower low, but that's not confirmed yet because we haven't broke the higher high, the lower high. Let's look at the 1 hour. Struggling. Sorry. Sorry, guys. All right, so like I said, this is it's just in no man's land, okay? You want to trade in the zones. You don't want to trade right here. Yeah, you could take it up here if I'm saying, Josh, why don't I just buy? Because you say it has to break this high. It's already dropped in the low. Then yeah, it would make sense to just buy it up to here and then take profit. But that's risky. And the risk reward's not there. So you just don't trade. You can trade it, but you don't give yourself the highest probability. Like if I would take this now, I'd want to have my stop below the low. You know what? We're gonna target that. We're gonna target that 1-to-1. Yeah, a lot of people would take a 1-to-1. Um, that's fine. You can take that trade if you want, but that's not really how I want to trade. That's not how I'm gonna educate you guys on trading. So we're gonna avoid that. What we're gonna do, it's like we already said in the previous videos, we're gonna wait for it to get up to a level and test it, then we're gonna buy or sell from that zone. But right now it's looking pretty bad. Just in the middle of nowhere. Okay, you have a zone, not in a zone. So what we need is a bounce up to this level here, okay, to retest this high. So we have, let's go to the 30-minute. High, low. I mean, we could even, I'm gonna just remove that. That's annoying. That was my last trade. So we have high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. So we'll go to the major ones. So low, high, lower high. We're forming a lower high now. So we have lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. Okay, in the micro. The macro, the macro is here. Lower low, lower low. We need to know lower low. Okay. If that continues, we'll, around here, lower low will drop in. So lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low. Looking for a lower low. But we need to break this. We need to break this. This high needs to be broken for us to consider an uptrend. For us to consider a buy, not really an uptrend. It's not really. But if you look in the overall picture, it is an uptrend. So yeah, higher probability that it is going to go up. That's honestly why I closed my trade. I only like trading with the trend. Okay, I did get a little out of my rules on Friday, but this is, you can't pass this up. I mean, you have a shoulder, 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 and a head. Okay, head and shoulders. And what you look for in the head and shoulders is a break of the neckline. So the neckline would be formed from here and here. All right, so we can make it kind of broad. This is an hour chart. So we would want a break of this. Got the head, neck, shoulder, shoulder, and we broke. All right, we broke it with this candle, retested, boom, boom, boom. So that was a good short. It's against the trend of the overall market right now, but when it forms a nice pattern like that, it's hard not to trade it, because it's the risk reward is there. Okay, so how you would trade this? You would short it. You would wait for the break. You would hit the retest. I mean, it didn't quite get all the way back up to it, so if you're a true like retest trader and you have to have it retest, you're not going to take that. But if you just look at the price action, you can see the break, the retest, the wick, indecision. You could take it there. All right, so let's just say we got in late. You can take it above your zone. You can take it above this. You can take it above this. Whatever you want to do, whatever your target area would be. This is the safest. If it breaks, honestly, that wick's super long, but you could go here and be fine. 151 pip stop. No, thank you. But, if the reward is there, which to find the reward, I like going to the 4-hour or the daily. How low can we go? How low can we go till we find some support to be there? And we take this down to here. Still got a, 1 to 1.5 risk reward, which is not bad considering that stop. And if you don't want that stop, take it here, doesn't make a whole lot of sense because it's not really above any structure. The best, most rewarding, and most risky would be here above your break and retest, which is fine. You're going to get a good risk reward there. So you could take it up to here. Now, the chances of this spiking back up are pretty high, especially if you enter just on that indecision candle. This one could easily spike up, wick out, take out the stops, and be gone. But what you could do to avoid that is wait for it to commit a little bit more, like with this candle. You could wait till that close, enter here, and still have a super good risk reward. So you can enter on that, close. 45 pip stop, which is good. You can have a really good risk reward. And if it does go to your target, 1 to 5 risk reward, I mean, that's pretty good. So, yeah, personal choice there. I would take the higher risk, higher reward. But that's going to be a decision for each trader and his style. If you want to win more trades without getting stopped out, you're going to go for that 150 pip stop, use a low lot, and try and get that 1-to-1 and let the rest run. But for now, um, you know, this would be the most rewarding, okay? And it did hit too, so you can look at that. Didn't hit 1 to 5. It hit like a 1 to 3. And even gave you another chance to get in. And almost another 1 to 3. Okay. So yeah, I mean that's a good trade, really. From here to here is a good trade. 141 pips with a 1 to 3 risk. You know, you can do pretty well there. Risk 1%, you can make 3%. All right. Anyway, I'm out of this trade. Too much indecision beginning of the week. I'll get in later. But like I said, what we're looking for here, a test. I mean, we're seeing some pretty good rejection, so it could just start to trickle down right now. We're retesting this prior structure. Let's go a little deeper here. So look, you can see this zone, this level, this 15-minute level. See how they're all ending about the same area, wicking all the way across? There. You can extend it because it's 15 minutes to the top of the wicks. Okay, top of the wicks, 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 wicks. So that's a good little zone there. Okay, that is a level. That's a structure. High, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Retesting another zone. Okay, so honestly, if you're gonna sell AUDJPY based on structures, price action, now wouldn't be a bad time. Now wouldn't be a bad time. I say that because you have a good risk reward in here. For this one, 15-minute, I'm not going very much higher. Got the wicks. I mean, they've already, you know, made lower wicks, so I'm going to go above the high. It's like a 18 pip stop. Intraday, I mean, honestly, you could just go to here. You could take it to here, have a 1 to 3 risk reward, and be good. All right. Yeah, that'd be a nice intraday trade, honestly. Like if you want to take that, I might take that. Might not, but yeah, that's pretty solid. And then what you could do, so say you want more pips, that's 60 pips. Take it down, take the stop to break even, and then go for your end target. Go for your previous end target of here. And then it turns into a 1 to 7 risk reward, and that could be good enough. That could be a 7% gain for your whole week right there on that one trade. You'd be done. All right. I mean, if you set goals like that, you might get a 50% return in a week or something. I don't know. But 7% is excellent. However, I probably would risk a 1/4% and go for like a 1.5% return because it's 15 minute. Yeah. Honestly, I might do this trade. We'll see. I want to see what I'm looking for. Well, I'm not in this. I want to see a commitment here from the market. I want to see a nice shit. I want to see a nice commitment down, retest here, and then gone. Okay. So I want to see a nice bearish candle, which is forming now. Okay. Shooting star. Okay. Actually, that might be the other. I can't think of the name, but anyway, the candle formations, the candlestick patterns and formations are important to know the names if you want to communicate well to the Forex community. So it'd be good if I knew the names, but the names aren't as important as what they're doing, and if you understand how the candle's speaking to you. For one 15-minute time frame, these aren't as valuable candlesticks. So really, in a 15-minute, you're not going to say, "Oh, it's a pin bar," or "That's a doji," or "That's a reversal," or whatever. I mean, yeah, it happens. Like here, inside bar, great reversal, but they can't always be trusted. So the main thing I look for on lower time frames is just wicking in the direction. Okay. So for instance, this one, that's 6 wicks to the downside. Okay, with a lot of indecision. So something is going to happen. Okay, it's going to go down, it's going to go up. Really, all you have to do is just wait. All right, wait for that nice engulfing candle either way. Wait for the retest and go. So I'm going to be watching this one. I'm going to put it under purple. And that's it. That's my outlook for AUDJPY. Again, that's the trade for the day. If it's going to go short, you can jump on that when it commits. But for the rest of the week, you know, I mean, obviously, if it goes down through here, that's going to be your trade of the week. It's going to be on a Monday or Tuesday. But for an uptrend, for a reversal here of this downtrend, you gotta wait for this high to be taken out. Okay, gotta wait for that high to be taken out, and then a retest. So up here, breaks it, retests it, get in, because it's gonna go. And then for this one, just to reiterate, wait for that committed candle, wait for that retest, and don't just buy just because it comes up. Say we get a bearish engulfing to engulf these wicks. Don't just buy, don't just sell on the first candlestick that comes back up. You have to wait for a rejection. So you need to see wicks. You need to see that wick. You need to see a wick here. You need to see some rejection because it could break and fake. It can break and fake and then just rocket up to the next high, okay? To the next high up here. You have to wait for the rejection. So I would wait for the engulfing of the bearish candle, wait for the retracement, and I would probably wait, if we're on the 15-minute, I would wait for it to print 1 or 2 rejection candles and then take it. All right, guys, so that's it for AUDJPY. I'm gonna cut this video short. I'm not gonna cut it short, but I'm gonna cut it right now. Take care.